So what I've been doing is trying to follow the trails that clearly are left behind by all sorts of wildlife in the undergrowth, and they're easily visible this time of year. Now it looks like there's a nice animal trail that cuts through here. It goes through under the hedge, and you can see it goes out and up the other side, across the gully. But of course a lot of these activities happen at night. So what I've done is I've just set out my camera trap last night, and I've just picked it up out of the undergrowth. So I'm very excited to get back home and have a look and see what kind of footage I've got. Well, what fantastic results from the camera trap. I couldn't have wanted more. It's really fantastic to see what moves about all these trails at night, under the cover of darkness. Mice, foxes, and of course the badger. Wow. I'm really thinking about what kind of artwork I can do by just using some of these tonal pictures. Though what is a little bit disturbing, you can see in one of the camera shots we've got a domestic cat, and although that was quite a way out of town and urban area, the cats move around the undergrowth at night and of course do take a lot of wildlife. The one thing you can do is make sure that you keep your cat indoors at night. Just have the cat out during the day, at least the wildlife's got a chance of spotting it and can get away. But also put a collar on it and give it a bell. They're specially stretchable collars. They're not going to snag, but it means that the wildlife can hear them coming. Not just everything moving about in the undergrowth at night, but it's been the big spawning weekend in the ponds, and I've been sketching and drawing all of the amphibians. All the frogs in my garden pond are very wary of activity during the day, although they're doing all of their mating and spawning. Most of the action takes place at night, so I've had a pond cam in place, and what I've done is been sitting in the lounge sketching from the TV where I've got the cable connected. Well, there's lots of signs in the countryside and in our gardens that everything's waking up after the cold winter months. And that means there's plenty of inspiration out there. Although everything is constantly changing, sometimes it's difficult to keep up with. But what I'm doing at the moment, inspired by my tonal badger photographs, I'm using graphite pencils. And smudging a layer of graphite over the surface and playing around with different types of eraser, very soft ones and very firm ones, just to get a lot of texture, and of course drawing with them to create that light effect. And it's nice just to mess about with plain old tone every once in a while. We're coming into a season where it's going to be full of vibrant colours. All the spring bulbs are starting to come out. And if you feel a bit intimidated by all of this, then just have a play around with some graphite. All you've got to do is have a go.